There isn't really much discourse regarding Noel or her playstyle, so we won't start this video off in the same manner we begun the Miyako vid, thank fucking god. Although I will say that I have had my fair share of robbing people out of victories by stealing back my turns in neutral via 2B, 5C, or 2C. I'm a Noel player, what do you expect? I ain't fighting fair with that big ass Hellbird Naginata in my hands. I will use 3MS and skip neutral like a motherfucker. This ain't no fair fight. In a game like Melty Blood where controlling neutral is absolutely essential, if I have the option to just skip it entirely, I'm going to use it. I'm not gonna front like I'm some virtuous player. I play dirty. I will piss you off. It should go without saying that Melty Blood's notoriety comes from having a rather concupiscent fanbase. I usually go to Melty Blood Twitter to do research on a character before recording a vid. Every character has a fandom with lustful and, shall we just say, outlandish fetishes. Everyone either wants to be hypnotized, mating pressed, cucked, or whatever. Please believe me please when I say people have no restraint or chill when it comes to this stuff. It's not enough for me to describe it to you. You have to see some of this shit for yourself. The thirst is out of this world, but at least the fan art is fucking phenomenal. When I say that the MB fan art is good, it is really fucking good. Like this piece from Marple Pike on Twitter. She did a commission for KC2161 of Noel outfitted in Gordio's clothes. You know Gordio from Undernight Inbirth? She fitted Noel with both his clothes and scythe. It's an amazing piece of art. This art is really beautiful and I highly advise you go check out their social media links. I'll be sure to leave them below in the description. Now to actually get into the video because I digressed way too much. Again. Now, for the first time ever on this channel, I'm going to be showcasing another member of the FGC, a fellow one. He goes by the name of ColdFusion.EXE or CFEX _, for short. I'll be sure to leave the links to his Twitter, his Twitch, and his TikTok below in the description. Would you believe me if I told you that he became a top 100 Noel on the first day? Please believe me, please. This dude is overpowered as fuck. It was a real treat being able to watch him grow from top 100 to top 40 to top 30 and then top 20 and then 15 and then he officially became top 10 in about a month span. His Noel is just unbelievable, and because of that, I'm gonna wind up using a few clips of his to showcase a few areas with Noel that I might not be able to do myself because he has a deeper understanding of Noel than I do. So just as a disclaimer, if you see me cut to a clip where it's just Twitter, these clips are all his, they're not mine. Where you see me recording the stuff on the training stage for the purpose of the video, that's me, but when it cuts to a live match, that is all ColdFusion. So be sure to show him a shit ton of love, as I will throughout this video, okay? let's just start this type of video by explaining the type of fighter Noel is. Noel is a mix-up fighter in every sense of the archetype. By that I mean her entire moveset is based on the utilization of mix-ups. She possesses numerous normals that have similar or even identical startup animations that is then followed up by attacks that must be blocked or dodged in different ways. Not to be confused with rushdown characters like Miyako, who lack range but more than make up for it with their speed, damage output, and ability to apply pressure with a flurry of moves. Noel's greatest strengths come from her ability to apply delayed frame traps and block strings to catch mashers and completely dominate the neutral space, which is absolutely essential in a game like Melty. Here, I'll explain. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a sec. Okay. I think in order to explain the fullest extent of Noel's mix-ups, I might have to do it with the input lag turned off. It's weird being in training mode without it on because I pretty much always use it in case I'm in a laggy match or whatever. But for the purpose of this video, I'll just turn it off. I recorded the dummy mashing, so let me put that as reversal. I have her set to standing guard, so hold on. Okay, good, that's exactly what I want. Now, some of Noel's best block strings come from her 2A, to A, 2C string. Why? It's a true block string. You can't mash out of that. You can't just mash your way out of that. Now, if you were to delay the 2C, you could turn that 2C into a frame trap, as you saw there. 2B and 2C out of the 2A, 2A block string, and you get some of the best frame traps in the game. You have pretty much a wide variety of options. Now, 236B into the B follow-up is also good for it too, see? Hold on. You wanna mash? Just do that. And they'll be at your mercy in literally next to no time at all. Now, here's the thing to keep in mind though. Since auto combos usually kick in after the third 2A button, you can even use this 2A as a delay for your frame trap at the end of the block string. Watch. Hold on, I actually messed it up. Now, her 2C to 2B block string works well too, because the first part of the 2C whiffs. Hold on. There you go. Now, Noel has a weakness. That weakness being her only standing overhead. The heavy punishment B is actually very reactable. Why is because the overhead only comes out on the second hit, so you can pretty much react with 2B, 2A, or any button really. It's just that bad. Yeah. Now, it's been quite a while since the Miyako video. I now have a better understanding and grasp of how the game works, in addition to more matchup knowledge. Unlike the Miyako vid though, we aren't going to be covering options such as armored approach or armor limitations and explanations because Noel simply doesn't have the advantages that Miyako does. In place of that, we are going to be covering things such as option selects versus shield. We'll be covering stuff like the Restands in neutral. So this will be a very different video. Now remember, whenever the video cuts to Twitter, that's going to be me showing ColdFusion's clips to explain things that I truly can't myself. I also want to make it known again, I completely apologize for losing track of thought in any of these. Again, there is no script in any of my videos, so if it feels like I'm just stuttering or I'm not getting to the point, I apologize in advance. As per the gag title in the thumbnail, Noel has the ability to snatch you out of literally anywhere with her heavy thrust, more notably 214B, and she has the ability to just pull you towards her, restand you, and put you into more pressure. She can literally restand out of literally anything. It doesn't even matter if you're flying in the air or recovering, she will literally catch you, as you see here. The block string I've been using the most in ranked as of late has been 2A, 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 2B, 5C, 5A, reading. Reason being it's plus on block and it pulls you in for better pressure. Because of how versatile 2A, 2A, 2B is, it's extremely possible to adjust on block for even greater pressure. With this in mind, you are always going to want to incorporate your 214B follow-up into your 214AA follow-up. This is the ender you're going to be using for max damage meterless combos. Now, if you are really groovy with it, after your 214B, you could go for a raw 214A, not use the follow-up at all, and go for 2C or 5C or any button you want. You get less damage, but your ability to put opponents through the blender skyrockets. Meterless pressure for the win, baby. After your 214B follow-up into your 214AA, you can also cancel into 236C. After that, it's mix-up time. You know it. Now, there's this crazy-ass mix-up I discovered utilizing the explosive key. You aren't gonna believe this. After 236C, hold forward and with B when the key hits, super jump, neutral jump, and then 5C. Depending on when you neutral jump after the super jump determines if you stay on the same side or if you cross up. Early jump, you get the same side. You delay the jump and you get a cross up. It's possible to go double high with 5C, 5A, or high low with 5C, 2A. It's also possible to do an empty jump C to bait blocking high or shielding high, or and do a 2A low, or better yet, after the neutral jump, hold for a level, then instant air dash backwards. Now for the fun part, Black Key Okizeme. You may notice that in real matches she only keeps 10 keys on her throughout each round, which means there are a certain amount of times you can unleash your 6 moon skill or 236A, B, or C. I know, it seems crazy, especially when Seal just pulls infinite amounts of them out of nowhere, but there's a good reason for this. ColdFusion.EXE actually brought it in up in one of his tweets. Hold on, let me find it. There we go. As you can see here, the keys have a +4 advantage, and you can absolutely use it as a meaty, which makes for sick and downright dirty play in this game. Now we are going to transfusion, wow. Now we are going to transition to Twitter, where it's ColdFusion's time to shine. Here we will go play by play in his clips and explain why the Black Key meaties are so damn good. Again, I am emphasizing, these clips are not mine, these are his. If you want more of his content and more of his clips, whether it be Blaze Blue, Melty Blood, or whatever the hell you want to watch, go to him. These are his clips, not mine. Alright, come on. I bookmark a lot of his stuff. It should be right around here. Not that one, not that one. That was a dope one, though. Not that one, 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 not that one. No. There we go. This will go into a full-on... I'll try my best to explain why the meaty knife throws are usually the best. It should be, there we go. You see right there? I wish they had a slow-mo button on here. See, now usually what happens is after you go for the throw setup or any form of knockdown really, chances are because of how people mash in the neutral, they're either going to spam 2A, they're going to wake up throw, or they're going to do something to that degree. Because of how well the knife actually works, what you want to do after that is you go directly for the key, and trust me, you'll get them each and every time. And that right there is when you go for the kill. Actually, I want to make it a point that after I saw this clip is when I began utilizing it in some of my matches, which is what you saw in the beginning. I mean, earlier before I got to B rank. But you see this, Jazz? Let me show it one more time. Yeah, that meaty knife throw was really, really dirty. Alright, now I swore to Christ almighty he had another one that I really liked. It was definitely this one. Yeah. Watch this shit. See, blocking, gets over with the overhead. Goes for the knockdown, and you see, not yet. After the throw, each and every time. See the counter? See, people will either wake up and mash 2A, mash A, or they will wake up throw. Trust me, given how that key works, you will catch them slipping each and every time, whether it's the back air dash or the regular air dash. Major props to ColdFusion. See, I love doing that in matches now because of him. Now remember, keep in mind, the key is +4, I think, on block and on hit. So even though she has a limited amount of them, the amount of uses you have for them are nearly limitless. As far as option selects go, I would go over things like what to do versus wake up burst, wake up shield, wake up backdash, but this video is long enough, so I'll just tell you what to do as far as general defense is concerned. And that is the shield throw option select, when you roll your thumb over the D and A buttons, causing you to plink like this. See? The plinking will make it so that the shield comes out first, then the throw afterwards, which gives it a 1.5 frame shield window possible. Look at this. See, you notice how the shield comes out a little bit? Now, the only bad thing about this is that you can get punished by neutral jump. But the good thing about it, however, is that if they try to hit you, will do a plain hit, then that'll just sit there and be nullified by the shield. But if they sit there and try to throw you, they'll tech that too. Watch. Watch the plane. And that's how great this option select is. Honestly, that's all that I can cover as far as Noel's concerned. Again, I want to give a huge shout out and major love to ColdFusion.EXE on Twitter for being okay with me using his clips. I thought I'd ask permission first, but he seemed pretty chill with it. He's a full BlazBlue player now, so I'd highly check him out for Izayoi content and so on and so forth. I finally have an end screen thanks to NY's Finest Graphics, so I can finally end this video on an okay note. With that in mind, Funk Doc signing off. Peace, love, and funky cool. Sayonara.
They don't know. This DJ, he gets down. Rap is something you do. Hip hop is something you live. This DJ, he gets down. Going out to the hardcore hip hop. Going out to the hardcore hip hop. This DJ, this DJ, this DJ, this